Hello, I'm Sadie Sturbins, and today I'm going to be teaching the correct form and movement for a seated cable row. The seated cable row is a pulling maneuver that focuses mainly on your lats, traps, and your rhomboid muscles, as well as engaging your core and biceps. So let's get into it. Here in my apartment gym, we do not have a cable row machine, but we can do other variations, and so today we'll be doing a seated cable row on the ground using this Inspire machine. Okay, so because we're not using a seated row machine, we are going to be using some modifications which include dumbbells for where our feet can be propped up, and these handlebars which create a neutral grip. So for our starting position, we are going to place our feet on our designated blocks, in this case, dumbbells, and we are going to have a slight bend in our knees. So once your knees are slightly bent, you can grab your neutral grip bar and keep your torso forward and arms extended, and then keep your spine in a neutral position, so straight, and then keep your shoulders depressed and keep them forward. So once you're in this position with your arms fully extended and posture correct, you can begin the concentric movement. Once you're in the proper setup, you can begin the full exercise. So from this neutral grip, you're going to pull straight back. Make sure it's straight, you don't want to be going up or here. Pull straight back right above your belly button. So pull your shoulders back in your neutral position and make sure you're keeping your elbows tucked in. You don't want them out, you don't want them up, you want them tucked as tight as you possibly can. And the easier way to remember this is to act like you're squeezing your armpits. So if you pull back and squeeze your armpits, you should be able to keep your elbows pretty tucked in. You want to keep a neutral lower spine while keeping a slightly curved upper spine so that you can have movement with the pull motion. It's also important that you feel this more in your lats and your back rather than your arms. So if you are pulling and you're feeling it in your arms, maybe it's because you have a bad posture in the exercise or something in that way. So if you pull back, you should be feeling it in your in your lats rather than your arms. Altogether, this is what the proper form and exercise should look like. Obviously, before you do any workout, it is crucial to warm up. And especially in this one, you want to warm up your upper body, especially your upper back and your arms, to make sure that you're comfortable and fully warmed up to begin the workout. Also, you don't want to necessarily start with a super heavy weight. You want to build up to that gradually. And you could either pull something or do something incorrectly. Along with this, the whole workout, you're going to want to keep an engaged core and your proper posture so you don't pull anything, again, tweak anything you don't want to. Also, for regression and progression, you could add weight to make it harder, remove weight to make it easier, whatever's comfortable for you and what you think would be the proper weight. Also, there are other machines and workouts very similar to the seated cable row that you could do. For example, the supported chest machine, row machine, where you have support on your back and you have support on your chest, where it's easier to row. Also, you could do single dumbbell rows, and that would be also more of an arm workout, but also it would have less pressure on your lats. So it'd still be a good upper body workout, just not as intense. Another progression is changing the grip and the bar that you have. So in this one, we obviously have these two handles that create a neutral grip, but there are other type of handles that you can do that can be a wider grip, a pronated grip, just different types of grips that will change where you are contracting the muscles. So that's also a progression that you could change depending on what you want and what muscles you want to hit. That concludes my demonstration of a seated cable row. Again, this is just working with what I have in my apartment complex. There are other machines and what other things you can do, but here is what I'm doing. So thank you so much for coming with me, Sadie Sturbins, and doing my workout. Goodbye.